Hello, I'm Peter Loader, the great-great-great-grandson of Caleb Loader. Our history today will start from Caleb, born on the 29th of January 1804 in the parish of Poyntington, county of Somerset. He married Elizabeth Sherring in 1829. He later died on the 26th of May 1871. They had 8 children, and 3 of their sons came to Australia. The first to arrive in 1857 were James, born in 1833, and Henry, born in 1837. James never married, and he died of fever in 1861. Henry married Anne Cameron, 21st of September 1862 in Creswick. They had 4 children, and then Mary Ann died. Henry remarried Christina Anne Somerville-Cameron on the 15th of April 1871, and they had 14 children. The following are photos of Henry's children who survived to adulthood from his first marriage, from his second marriage. In 1858, Edmund, aged 22, travelled to Australia to join his brothers, James and Henry. He arrived in Melbourne on the 5th of February 1858 aboard the ship Shooting Star. He married Eliza Hayden on the 14th of February 1862 at Creswick. They had 9 children, but Edmund met with an untimely death, dying just weeks before his 9th child was born. Eliza later remarried Thomas McGillan and had another 4 children. These are the children who survived to adulthood. From Eliza's second marriage. The first reunion was held at the Lamont Recreation Reserve on the 31st of October 1982. After many months of effort to track down family members, the organisers, Bill and Mari Loader, Mavis Vinicombe, Richard Loader, Jean Hunter and Norman Loader, hosted a successful reunion. Only Bill Loader remains of this initial committee. For the occasion, Bill, my father, drew up the family tree. There were 10 panels of particle board holding most of the information, which was erected at the reunions for many years, but is now in storage. Family groups were photographed in front of the family tree at the first reunion. The reunions were very well supported in the early years, taking up the weekend. There was a dinner dance on Saturday evening, with family members forming the band for the night. Followed by lunch on Sunday, usually at the Lamont Sporting Complex. Numbers have dwindled as the older generations have passed away. They had a reunion at Bort, at Fish Creek and Tinakuri Animal Farm, Clunes, all with the aim to promote family history and gain interest from the younger generations. In 1984, Mavis and Bill produced a booklet, Loader Family History. This was followed by a book, From Shore to Shore, in 1997. This book came about after Malcolm Solomano, my cousin, and his wife Samantha contributed significantly to the English side of our history when they were working in England at the time, and gathered real facts about real people and breathed life into our history. The family tree contained over 3,000 names. There are still copies of this book available if anyone is interested. We now have the family history and numerous photos in a digital form, and the tree contains 4,500 names. We have held 38 consecutive family reunions from 1982 to 2019, and this year our virtual reunion is the 39th. We are looking at celebrating the big 40th reunion next year. Over the years, we have had a quest to collect as many old photos as possible before they disappear, as well as personal family histories. We have over 2,200 photos which promote memories and connections. Shane Raftery, my brother-in-law, also produced an extensive book relating to World War I and the family members who went to war. It was titled Boys, Boats and Battles and is embedded in the digital copy. This led to a visit to the Australian War Memorial in Canberra in October 2018, where George Alexander Loader is recorded on the Roll of Honour. With the help of Neil Harrison's application, 8 family members were able to attend the last post ceremony at the Australian War Memorial to remember George. There has also been an effort made to preserve the graves of the early Loaders in Australia. Firstly, Henry Loader's grave in Creswick Cemetery, which contains Henry, his second wife Christina, his daughter Edith, and a memorial for his son George, killed in World War I. At the same time, a plaque was added to the grave which holds Henry's first wife, Mary Ann, his son George from his first marriage, and son Henry from his second marriage. There was also a plaque added to the unmarked grave of Thomas Corbett. Sometime later, a plaque was added to a grave in the old Ballarat Cemetery, which contains Henry's brothers James and Edmund, along with Edmund's daughter Eliza, and finally Edmund's wife Eliza. The Fisher grave at Cogles Creek Cemetery was refurbished. 2 of the Fisher boys married 2 of Henry's daughters. And the grave of Albert Fisher and his mother, which had no headstone, was finally given an identity. Over the years, many family members have attended reunions and contributed their personal history. We thank you all for your contribution and encourage other family members to add to our rich history. Please enjoy a small selection of their input. Bill Loader, great-grandson of Edmund Loader. Marilyn Williams, great-granddaughter of Henry Loader. Barb Saunders, great-great-granddaughter of Edmund Loader. Jennifer D'Albu, great-granddaughter of Henry Loader. We thank them all for their generous contributions, and they are an example of what we could all do to preserve the past. Thank you for watching our reunion. We hope you enjoy it. We hope to see you in the flesh at the 40th Loader reunion in 2021. Thank you.